Good morning and happy New Year. I should have like a noisemaker and some confetti or something, but I don't because I was up till like midnight last night. Happy New Year on this January 1st, 2026. Hard to imagine that we're already in 2026. I say as I get older, the years get like faster and faster and faster. So it's shocking to believe that we're already here. I'm Michelle, and I'm with Olive and 2U Studios, and today is day 8 of our 12 Days of Christmas Woven in Words Unwrapping. So we are headed quickly to day 12, which is the last ultimate day of our 12 Days of Christmas. So we are 3/4 of the way here. Tell me if I did that math right, because so many of you commented and said your math is wrong, and I'm not surprised. As I've said, I don't get paid to do math, so there's that. I see Julie and Valera and Katrin and Deborah and Tara and others popping on. So thanks so much for being here with me this morning. I'm very excited to be here and very excited about what today's goodie in the bag was inspired by and all of that. So it's beautiful outside. We had another little dusting of snow overnight, maybe 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch, not very much at all. Not so much that Jim has to go out and snow blow. So there's that. And yeah, it's actually cozy up here in the studio today. We turned the heat on early. We're starting to get smart, use our noggins, turn the heat on early up here. Some of the days that I've been doing the unwrappings, it's been like in the mid-50s up here, which has been a little on the chilly side for this Florida girl. So without further ado, let's dive in to day 8, and then let's talk about it just a little bit because it's such a cool story and information. So day 8, our little bag is right here. We're going to open it up. It's definitely squishy. Definitely squishy. And there it is. Letters by Lamplight is the colorway name. Definitely seeing how this is going to fit into our set of colors. Let me take the cuff off so you can see a little better. You've got some blues in there, some creams in there, some sort of lighter salmon colors with a little smattering of some darker salmon in there. It's really beautiful. So Letters by Lamplight, what could that be referring to? Well, the story that inspired this is actually a play and a book, and it's actually been made into a movie starring, let me think, Anthony Hopkins, and I want to say Anne Bancroft. Let me look at my notes really quickly and see. Let's see here. I thought I had that in the, oh yes, Anne Bancroft and Anthony Hopkins. It was a 1987 film. So if you're not familiar, the name of it is 84 Charing Cross Road, and it was a book and a play and a movie built upon a true story. It started with a woman in New York, I believe, and she was looking for a particular type of literature and wrote to an antiquarian sort of bookshop over in London. And that began this whole multi-year long correspondence between her and one of the guys in the shop. And this friendship developed transatlantically over the years, and the book and everything is told exactly through their letters. So Julie says that she loved that movie. I have not seen it, so that's going to be on my list now. I need to kind of chase it down and see if I can find it on streaming somewhere, but because it sounds just incredibly inspiring. So there's a couple of key historical facts about this that I found that were really interesting. So the shop was Marks and Company. It was located in London, I'm guessing on Charing Cross Road, and they specialized in secondhand and antiquarian books. So the correspondence started in 1949 by the author. Her name was Hanff. Let me see. Was it Helene Hanff? And it started with her. She was looking for British literature unavailable in New York. The letters continued on until 1969. So that was 1949 until 1969, 20 years, 2 decades of letters, 2 decades of friendship, 2 decades of storytelling. So the site of the store was boarded up after the shop closed in 1970 and replaced by an office complex. Wah, wah, wah. I don't like that. It would be cooler if the shop was still standing, I think. But the site did become a pilgrimage spot for fans of the book and the 1987 film. So 84 Charing Cross Road. Next time I'm in London, maybe I'll have to look that up and do a little walk by. And Letters by Lamplight is the colorway that was inspired by that. Now, your additional information, you've got a few links there today. You can do your QR code, go ahead and go over there and check it out. One of the links is actually to a YouTube video with one of the scenes between Anthony Hopkins and Anne Bancroft, so you can see one of the scenes. That makes me wonder if I might be able to find the entire movie perhaps on YouTube or, Netflix or Amazon Prime or one of those. So that is one of them. And there's some other information for you there in your links. So it's on my list now to read and or watch the movie. And I hope it's on your list too if you haven't already seen it. Maybe Julie will revisit it. There were several YouTube videos from podcasters who sort of do reviews of books. And one of them is called Rereads, where she goes back and rereads literature. And I think those would be interesting to watch to get their sort of hot take on it. And I think it's always interesting to watch things like that because sometimes different podcasters will find different bits of trivia or interesting bits that tell more of sort of the significance or the history behind works like that. So I think it's worth digging into. I think it's interesting, again, sort of that bent towards lifelong learning that I have. And I just think this was a really cool story to cover in the Woven in Words series this year. I hope you enjoy it too. And if you haven't seen it, I hope you'll look it up. Okay, let's do our recap. This is Michelle's big test. So day 8, we've got that. I'm going to go in reverse order today. Why not? Let's go in reverse order. So day 7 was this really cool, I think, locket bookmark that we had yesterday that sort of harkened back to the story by O. Henry, The Gift of the Magi. That was day 7. Day 6. I love these colors. Day 6, Midwinter Candlelight. And that was the story. I'm trying to think of the name of it. A Child's Christmas in Wales, maybe. Beautiful colorway there. All right, I'm realizing I shouldn't test myself on camera because I will fail. Day 5 is A Sacrifice of Love, which is, of course, The Gift of the Magi. I'll put all these together in just a moment so we can see them together. Day 4 is this kind of, doesn't have actual sparkles in it, but I think of it as the sparkly one. Visions of Sugar Plums. So this is from the poem, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. Day 3, we kind of hearken to the Nutcracker, which was previous with this bag, the Nutcracker Book Club. 'Tis the season to crack a book. I know, I say that every single video because I just like it. 'Tis the season to crack a book. I like it. All right, that was day 3. Day 2, from the Nutcracker, Clara's Dream. And day 1 is Little House in the Big Woods, Prologue in Pine. So if you're looking for how these colors might relate together, Prologue in Pine definitely right now is sort of the standout. It doesn't go as well with all of the colors as some of the others do, but it does go well with some of the colors independently. So I think Prologue in Pine looks really nice with A Sacrifice of Love, actually. I think those look good. It might be a little unexpected combo, but I like it because you've got some neutrals in Prologue in Pine along with the neutrals in this colorway. But all together, let's look at sort of the lighter colorways together. I'm going to do a couple little mix-ups here, yarn mix-ups, to show you some colors that I think look great together. So these 3, I think, look really good together. A Sacrifice of Love, Midwinter Candlelight, and the one from today, Letters by Lamplight. I think those look good. You could almost do kind of a fadey thing there. I think that's good. Let me put my colors together here. Oh gosh, I might have got my days mixed up. These two obviously look really good together. Again, you could do like a little fade with those two. My cuffs are all over the place. And yeah, I'm making a mess with the cuffs. And these three actually look good together as well, I think. So you've got some ways to mix them up. Of course, you don't have to use them all in a project together. You can certainly mix them in with other colors in your stash. Minis are always great to have in your stash for so many reasons. So you don't have to use them all together, or you could elect to put them all in a project and make it your 12 Days of Christmas Woven in Words 2025 project so that you have that memory of all of the colorways. So tomorrow is day 9. Super excited about that. I have a unexpected upcoming trip to Florida. I'll be flying down Saturday to head to Florida and coming back Wednesday. So just to take care of some business and some things down there I'm working on. So that's a little unexpected. I will definitely be here Saturday morning. Either I'll be live or I may pre-record the podcast. It just depends on what happens. But there's something beautiful coming this weekend to the shop. It's something I've been wanting for a very long time. So I'm super excited about it, and some other goodies for you as well. So there will be a podcast on Saturday, and yeah, I'll be headed down to the sunshine of Florida, although it's a little cool down there. And I'm excited about that because I won't be terribly hot, which will be nice. Although I'll be interested to see sort of how I've adjusted to the temperature changes. Like it's supposed to be, I think, like between 65 and 71 for the most part while I'm there. And I'm curious to see if I'll find that hot. I don't think so. I don't think I've adjusted just that much. So we'll see what happens. So I'll probably be posting a little bit on the way. I definitely have plenty of knitting to do while I'm traveling. And I was asked to show my new hat. So I'll probably show it on the podcast on Saturday, and all kinds of fun things coming up. I hope you're having a wonderful New Year's Day. Curious what you're doing. Are you sitting home? Are you going to get some stitching done? Do you meet up with family and friends? My family historically has always done black-eyed peas and hog jowl for New Year's Day. And I don't have any black-eyed peas, and I don't have any salt pork or hog jowl either. So we're going to have to get ourselves a new tradition up here for today. I didn't even think in advance and have that done. This year has just been kind of rolling right along a little faster than I expected with the move, but we're here. In fact, I posted today on my private Facebook a memory from last year. And last year on New Year's Day, we were sitting in a restaurant in Bangor celebrating the new day, the New Year's Day, and had just begun looking for houses in Maine. In fact, that was our first trip, and we weren't even seriously looking at houses. We were mostly trying to see if this was where we wanted to be, but we did look at a couple houses while we were here last year, a year ago. And here we are this year, having been in our new house for 8 years. I mean, 8 years, 8 months, not 8 years, 8 months. I should be a whole lot more settled if we were here 8 years. Tara says that she's crocheting this morning and going through some items for Distaff Day next weekend. Sounds like a plan. And Julie says she loves a parade and she works on thank you notes. That's so smart. Happy New Year to you as well, Renee. For sure. First time in 30 years that the Rose Parade will be wet. Ah, interesting bit of trivia. Curious. I'm glad I'm not in the rain. Don't like being cold and wet. But I hope whatever you're doing, you have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'll be back tomorrow with day number 9. I look forward to seeing you, and we'll see how our journey continues to go on the 12 Days of Christmas 2025. Don't forget, pick up your 12 Days of Christmas 2026 and your 8 Nights of Hanukkah 2026. They're only going to be available at early bird pricing for a few more days. And if you miss that, then you're out to paying full price. You have your choice of 3 bases. You have the option of adding a coordinating project bag for next year. And I've been really excited by the response to that. So don't forget to take advantage of that. Thanks so much. I'll see you in the Yarn I Use. Take care.